Children are living messages to a future we will not see. Now, the reason I quote Neil Postman is, if you look at the first page inside, look at the first item, why is this book worth our time? Douglas Rushkoff, the author of Present Shock, is the winner of the first Neil Postman Award for Career Achievement in Public Intellectual Activity, given by the Media Ecology Association in 2004. That says plenty. Neil Postman, who wrote Amusing Ourselves to Death and Teaching as a Subversive Activity, was a public intellectual par excellence. So what Douglas Rushkoff is trying to do is to say future shock is no longer the big idea. The big idea is now present shock. Not future shock, but present shock. And I wish you could see the cover of this book real closely. It's coming out in pieces, as though what was the present is now being replaced by what is the present, which is being replaced by what is the present. And so look at the subtitle on your handout, When Everything Happens Now. When everything happens now. So everybody get your pen. I'm going to teach you a new word. It's a new word to me. I had not read it. It's not in this book, but I read about it after I read this book. Here's the word, FOMO. F-O-M-O. And it explains everything that people are now doing ridiculously. My iPhone is over on that table because it was used for registration. But have you ever been in a group and people pull out their iPhone and check their email and check their Twitter feed and check their Facebook feed and check their Instagram feed, and now I don't even know what all these are? Well, that's FOMO. Here it is, fear of missing out. So, let's look at a few of the quotes, the excerpts. We're on, first of all, more on why is this book worth our time. Number two, understanding the times, situation, context, culture has always been important. This book describes how we've shifted from future shock to present shock. Number three, for people in business, this book raises interesting issues regarding the use of and the loss of the primacy of narrative. Put a star beside this one. We're losing narrative. One implication, businesses have to provide what the customer wants in the moment. He has quite a section on the arrival of Homer Simpson. Now, I've never watched The Simpsons. I know that makes me really out of touch. But I've never watched The Simpsons. But apparently, The Simpsons are not narrative. They're all immediate. And he does a play on words with Homer Simpson and Homer, the Odyssey. And it's very fascinating. But takeaways. It is true we are overwhelmed by the perpetual now moment, and we never quite escape the tyranny of now. Participate in the moment may trump listen to the story. It has implications for the way we do business, especially long-term problems, or maybe how do you tackle the long-term when people do not understand or embrace or grasp the long-term. In our loss of narrative, we have lost both beginnings and endings. When I teach speech, here's one of the things I've said. Most speeches are only the middle. There's no hook, introduction, there's no conclusion. It jumps right to the middle. And this is really provocative. And so we need to somehow have a sense of beginning, or we are rootless, and we need a sense of ending. We can't just have a middle, a now. Number four, we still haven't figured out how to think about technology. Tool, threat, partner. Number five, add this one. This is your business implication. Nobody has loyalty anymore. You gotta get them now. Present shock. When everything happens now, maybe not as practical, but boy, is it worth a pondering. Hope you found this useful. Thank you very much.